now you're going on this tour in different parts of the world. And I'm curious about how important this connection with your fans is.
No, no, no. I have an idea. As musicians, as people who make music, it's very important to figure out what works for us and what doesn't. And now, as older musicians, because we did these songs like decades ago, and now we get to perform it in front of a new crowd of new people, we can see their reactions. So we can try little things, or me as a bass player specifically, I can try something, and oh, it works, or that part doesn't. So now I have an idea of how I want to do my music in front of an audience because I know what works now. So in the context of Eraserhead songs, that's a big deal for me because when we recorded the songs years ago, I thought that this is how I wanted to perform it. Now I have a totally different take on how I can do it, and I get validation by being in front of an audience, younger audience.
It's really the only sorry, the only relationship that matters for the band. There's no such thing as one hand clapping. It's a two-way thing. I mean, we could not exist as musicians or performers without us kind of doing it for our audience and for the fans. So it's very important, basically. Yeah.
We're a little late in the game with the internet thing. When we came up, it was just TV, radio, and print. But now it's the internet and it's free, so we're learning the new technology to reach more of the people who like to listen to our music, young and old. So that's why we're starting new, the interwebs.
We know that many local acts take inspiration from your band, but I'm curious, who do you take inspiration from, or are there any artists out there that you watch their live shows or their concerts and say, oh, that is what a live show is?
Good question. One at a time. Okay, we were really big music fans. Ellie has a label, and ako I like Zill, the Four of Spades, Anna Mori, si Unique, Blaster's new band, One Click Straight. Ikaw.
Old school lang ako, and the fringes of underground and the out there of the rock and the rock and roll and the punk and the experimental.
Yeah, I really admire the new generation of musicians. I mean, they're a whole different breed. It was different back then during our time. I guess we were more rock and roll, but as an older musician, I've learned a lot watching the kids perform. Like what Raymond said, there's like Four of Spades. Yeah, Anna Mori, and O Flamingo. Those new bands na talagang they take their craft really seriously, and that makes the whole band kind of wanna up our game also in terms of performance. So it's a nice thing that's going on. We learn from them, like I hope that they also learn from us.
You'd be surprised what you can find on a Spotify playlist. So just going through that randomly, ang dami mong maririnig, ang dami kong narinig. So I'm doing some walking now, so it's Parcells, and then oh man, I lost track. I have a really good question. I'm sure na focus nyo na kanina eh. Raymond, pakita mo nga yung ring. You gotta ask a question about that one. That one.
It's from Marcos.
It is? Ganda, no? You might want to ask a question about that. What's the ring for, Raymond?
I don't know. Marcos gave it.
Uh, matagal ko nung gustong gawin to eh. Sabi ko, so this is like when the after we signed the contract for the 2022 show, sabi ko, may regalo ako sa kanila na all around gift ko sa kanila. So I made nagpagawa ako ng 4 na ganito. So hindi ko lang suot yun sa akin.
Only Raymond got the memo.
But if you had it your way, what other songs do you feel in your catalog are underrated and you want fans to more?
Another good question.
We don't think it's underrated. They're not as popular as of course, as the singles. But maybe the question would be, what song would you like to include in the set list for this tour that's not from the singles set?
That's gig ready.
That it can be gig ready anytime. Buddy, you go first.
Maybe even covers you mentioned earlier covering.
Oh, we have an older song called Milk and Money that we've been kind of struggling with. So it would be nice to challenge ourselves and try to pull it off. Milk and Money.
I personally like the Fruitcake album. I think there are a lot of gems there, a lot of good songs there, as well as the Carbon Stereoxide album, the last album. And I would really like to perform all the songs there.
Ako yung ilang mga blues rock influence. Like yung Hoy, tama na.
Game.
Game, tama na. Yan, something, yun, parang gano'n, parang the old school sounding ones.
Sama nga kaya natin yun. Game, tama na. Gusto ko yun. Dan, 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 dan. Si Diego pinapatugtugin sa DJ set niya. Thank you. Thank you.